There's so many businesses online right now, and whatever niche you're on, I'm so sure you're overwhelmed by the number of businesses that you're either competing with directly or indirectly, and you feel like the online space is crowded, the online business space is just crowded. So how do you stand out? You're just starting your business right now. You feel like you're literally inside a crowd, and you want to sell, you want to stand out, and in order to sell, you have to stand out somehow. You have to give your ideal client, you have to give your target audience something that makes you unique, that makes you different. What are you bringing to the table that they have not seen? So how do you stand out? How do you build a brand and stand out from the crowd? Hi, my name is Faith Kiiru. I'm the founder and CEO of Digital Space Kenya. I help creatives, professionals, startups, small and new business owners craft a powerful digital brand strategy and build successful online businesses. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can build a brand online today and stand out from the crowd. So in order to stand out from a crowded environment, let's just look at it from a very practical point of view without getting into business, is maybe you need to do something very vigorous, something just out of the ordinary that will make people notice, hey, there's someone out there. But when it comes to business, is you have to speak the language of your ideal client. Okay, so the first step will be you need to identify, first of all, who is your ideal client, who is your target audience, because again, if you don't know who your target audience are, then you can't speak their language, then you can't craft your messaging to fit their language. So once you identify your target audience, then you're going to come up with a language. You're going to craft your voice and your language to communicate to them. So for example, if your target audience, your ideal clients are, say, moms, okay, so what are some of the things that appeal to moms? If it's about their kids, what are some of the things that appeal to kids? If your target audience is for example, small business owners, what are the struggles that small business owners go through? What are the things that they need? How can you better serve what they need? Okay, so first of all, you have to identify who are my target audience, who are the people that I want to serve. Then once you identify who you want to serve, then you need to figure out their pain points. Okay, that's where you stand out, because a lot of people do you start a business today and you start running ads, you start doing all the marketing before identifying who you're even doing this marketing for. Because for me, marketing is once you build a brand, once you craft your brand, you craft your voice, and then you take it out there to start targeting your ideal audience. So if you're running ads, if you're doing all these marketing things and you don't even know who you're targeting, you haven't really gone down and figured out, who do I really want to solve their problem? Who am I working with? Who are the people that I need? If you haven't broken that down, then you literally just throwing money under the bus, because you're not really targeting anyone. So we need to first of all figure out, who am I talking to? And then you need to know, how do I talk to them? What voice will they better understand? And one of the things that I've done is come up with a free PDF to help you define your brand voice and message. This is very important. If you haven't figured out the voice of your brand and the messaging that your brand is going to use to attract the ideal client, then again, have identified the client, but if you can't speak their voice, then again, you're speaking a language that you cannot understand. So we all know that language barrier is one of the things that either affect businesses or relationships. You can't build relationships if you're not speaking the same language. So we need to really take this from a very literal, practical view. First of all, standing out of the crowd, okay? And then the second thing, you need to figure out what voice, what message, what language can I use to attract them, okay? Is it pampering? Is it appealing? Is it motivational? Depending on the type. For example, if you're in the health industry, a lot of these people are people who are very passionate. Like for example, if you have a health issue and you really want to solve it, let's talk about losing weight, okay? You see every single platform about losing weight, and people who are in that space where they really want to lose weight, they're passionate about losing weight. So then what they need is not someone bashing them. What they need is not someone discouraging them. They need someone motivating them. So if you're in that space, then your language need to be motivational, your language need to be encouraging, your language need to be inspiring them to keep going. Okay, so you have to really identify what are their pain points, and then you address their pain points, and you address their pain points by taking care of it rather than either pushing them away, because if you push them away, then they're going to run. And then something else that I see a lot of business owners do is, I really agree that yes, you need to identify your competitors and emulate them, not copy them. I find this happening a lot, because if you are going to identify, okay, this is my competitor, and then you literally copy paste what they're doing, you're not standing out, you're conforming. The idea is for you to stand out. Okay, so you need to figure out, okay, this is what my competitors are doing. What is it that I can do above and beyond what they're doing? The idea for you is to stand out. We're in a crowd here, and we're trying to stand out. We're trying to compete for the best of the best in this audience. Again, I believe in abundance mentality. I believe that there's enough for everyone out there, but I also still believe in being the best in whatever you're doing. So if you want to attract this type of clients, then you really need to be the best in what you're doing. And being the best is not measured on a scale. Okay, it's not like, oh, on a scale of 1 to 10 you're the best. No, being the best is you crafting your message in the best way that defines who you are. Another thing that I really like is being authentic. I'm not telling you to come up with a story that is not authentic. I'm telling you to be you, but still use that you to craft a message. Something else that makes you stand out in the online business space today is being unique and sharing your story. I've realized that a lot of consumers right now buy the story behind the brand. There's a lot of social entrepreneurship going on, and people are like, oh, I want to be part of a cause. So for example, if you're selling a product and this product is probably giving a percentage of what you sell to to support a specific cause that you're passionate about, then that's a story to sell. Okay, if that is something you're doing, then that's a story to sell. And this is the thing, you can't come up with something just to get the sales and you're not doing it. You have to be authentic, because again, if you do these things and you're not doing them on the ground, somehow people will get to know you, and that becomes it's like breaking trust. So you need to share your story. Okay, so first we need to figure out how are we standing out. Okay, what can we do that is unique? Okay, we need to identify our ideal clients, and then once we identify these ideal clients, then let's start speaking crafting our message and our voice for them to understand what we're saying. We are trying to ensure that there's no language barrier. And in order to help you, just check in the description box below. There'll be a link to take you to our website, www.digitalspacekenya.com, and you're going to download a free PDF that will give you a step-by-step on how to just come up with your brand messaging, your brand voicing, and how to figure out a niche and your ideal clients and your target audience and ideal clients, and how to tap them. Then once you do that, then you need to start sharing your personal story. Okay, your personal story behind the brand. Why do you do what you do? If it's health industry, what got you there? What is the passion behind it? What is the story behind you selling protein shakes or something like that? If it's marketing, what is the story behind you being so passionate about helping small business owners? So for example, I can share my story. When I started my journey back in 2014, I was working directly with CEOs and small business owners, and I was doing all different type of tasks, working directly with them. Then over time, I realized that I was very passionate about building successful online businesses and just coming up with strategies. Okay, so as I went through the journey, I realized that I'm very passionate about the digital space. Then I asked myself, okay, so I'm passionate about digital and branding and strategy, and I'm also passionate about building successful online businesses. So I asked myself, how can I bring in these two things in order to be able to help, again, small business owners, startups, new business owners, professionals, and creative, literally everyone in this field, because I believe that anyone that has ability to create something, a skill, is able to really thrive in the online space. So I told myself, what is it that I can do to bridge the gap? So then I realized, how about I help these business owners who already have their businesses come up with a brand, a digital brand strategy in order to help them start positioning themselves to generate consistent leads. And then for those who have the creatives and the professionals, how can I be able to help them build successful online businesses? And because businesses are transitioning really online, and right now literally your ideal clients are hanging out online, so I asked myself, how can I help a business owner that is either online but they're struggling, or they are in the process of transitioning into the online space? So then I started my company, and in my journey working virtually, I met a lot of different freelancers who are super talented, and I was like, hey, do you want to be part of just a course of helping small business owners and startups? So then we offer like a full range of marketing services. I do the digital branding strategy. I have a gift of just birthing online businesses. The ideas just blossom, like I see them and they come. So then I have a team that does the marketing behind the scenes. I have a team that does the video editing, so we can like literally take your idea and roll with it and help you build a successful online business. So that's my journey, that's my story. And this is the thing, for you to be able to build a successful brand, it has to be something that, again, you can propel the story, you're passionate about it. Gonna have the days that I keep saying this, gonna have the days that you'll be a CEO that is just behind the scenes and things are happening to you. You'll be a founder and you're just behind the scenes and things are happening. Right now people want to know who's the brain behind this brand, who is the one making the shots. They want to feel part of the process. There's a need in the world to just belong. And if someone is like, oh, if I'm buying a product that is helping in this type of course, I'm relating to this founder in their struggle of starting, I'm relating to them in how they started small and where they are. People want to be part of a bigger goal. So right now people will buy a service, people will buy a product, but alongside that, people will also buy the story that comes out with the product. So how you also stand out is, if everyone is selling the same type of product, then your story will be able to attract your ideal clients. If your story is relating to them, then they're like, oh, I want to be part of this business because of the story, because of the cause that they stand for. So yeah, take advantage of the free PDF and just start crafting your messaging. It will help you figure out some of the things that you've probably not done right. And I know you probably gone ahead and maybe started having conversation with people who do marketing for, you want them to do marketing for you. And I think that's not the right thing to do. If you haven't done your digital brand strategy, if you haven't defined your voice, that's part of the digital brand strategy, then you really, you started high, okay? And it's so painful to see, your marketing efforts going in vain. It's so painful to see the money you're investing in marketing going in vain just because you didn't do something small. I say small, but it's really big. So yeah, take advantage of that PDF. Go ahead and just go through it. And then if you need help, like voicing out what you're trying to say, I know when you're starting out and you're a small business owner, sometimes you just need to have like someone hear what you're saying and help you craft it in a professional way, or hear it from an outsider perspective. Then go ahead and schedule a call. Let's have this conversation, okay? So yeah, go ahead, download the free PDF, start crafting your brand message, brand voice. And if you get to a place where you think you need help, you need someone to just tie you up and help you take it to the next level, definitely schedule a discovery call, and let's see if we are a good fit and how I can help you, my team can help you to just build your brand voice, build your digital brand strategy, and take care of your marketing from the right place. Okay, you have to build the foundation by building the strategy. And another thing that helps the digital brand strategy helps you with is that you're able to envision where you're going. You're able to know, okay, in 3 months this is what you're doing, because sometimes all these marketing efforts, you don't really have a goal. You're just running ads after ads after ads. You're not analyzing any of the ads. So when we do a digital brand strategy, we're able to define, okay, within the first 3 months we're focusing on branding, within the next batch we're focusing on this, okay? So it also helps you in terms of budget to know this is what you're working with, okay? So I hope this helped you and you got some insights from this. Whether you're a creative, you're a professional, and whether you're a creative, whether you're a professional, you're a small or new business owner, or you're a startup, whichever place you're in, as long as you're trying to build a business, you're trying to make some money online, you have to stand out from the crowd. And for you to stand out from the crowd, you have to have a digital brand strategy that is helping, guiding you and shaping your voice. It's more like a vision. Actually, yeah, it works like your vision board. Your digital brand strategy is like your online business vision board, and it starts by the brand messaging to the tone, and it's a whole process. Okay, so you have to have that initial step, which is just having your voice. Who do you want to address, how do you want to address them, and how do you, what's the story, what is it that they're buying into. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be bold, be authentic, and build a magnetic brand. Bye.